Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to today's session in the Azure AI Search series. My name is Abhishek Jalan and I am an Azure cloud enthusiast based in the UK. I am passionate about sharing knowledge and helping you unlock the full potential of cloud technologies. So in today's video, we will explore key techniques and features to enhance the capability of Azure AI Search, Microsoft's intelligent search as a service solution. So, whether you are looking to improve the relevance of your search results, enable multilingual searches, or add location-based functionality, this session will equip you with the knowledge and tools to do so effectively. So, grab a cup of coffee and join me as we dive into advanced search features in Azure AI Search. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is Azure Cognitive Search? Well, think of it as Microsoft's intelligent, fully managed search as a service platform. It allows you to create powerful search capabilities for your applications, whether you are working with structured or with unstructured data. And with the features like indexing, natural language processing, and AI powered insights, it is not just about finding data, it's about finding the right data fast and efficiently. Now, why should we care about advanced search features? Well, let me ask you this. How many times have you searched for something and ended up wading through irrelevant searches? Well, this is frustrating, right? That's where advanced search features came in. They help improve relevance, make the searches more intuitive, and even support complex scenarios like multilingual searches or location-based filtering. Essentially, they turn a basic search experience into a smart, personalized tool that aligns with what users and businesses actually need. So, by using the advanced search techniques, it can bring following benefits to Azure AI solution like relevance. So by using the techniques like term boosting, we can increase the relevancy by increasing the weightage of relevant search fields and thus improving the relevancy. Um, it can also help us with multilingual capabilities. We can add support for multiple languages using the capabilities of Azure AI Search. And it also helps in enhancing the user experience. So, all right, let's take a look at what we are going to learn in today's session. So, our focus will be on enhancing the power and precision of Azure Cognitive Search through some advanced techniques. At first, we will learn on how to improve document ranking with term boosting. So, this is an incredibly useful feature that help us prioritize certain terms or fields in search results, making the most relevant results appear first. Next, we will dive into enhancing search relevance using scoring profile. Well, this allows you to fine-tune the ranking of search results by assigning specific rules and weights based on your business needs. And after that, we will explore how to configure analyzers and tokenizers. Well, these are essential for breaking down search query and indexing data in a way that ensures accuracy and efficiency. We will also discuss how to support multiple languages in searching indexes. Well, this is a game changer for creating multilingual applications and enabling you to deliver accurate search results regardless of the user's language. And finally, we will also look at optimizing results using geo search. Well, these features allow you to rank and filter results based on the geographic location. Those are perfect for scenarios like finding nearby stores or services. And by the end of this session, you will have a solid understanding of these features and how to implement them effectively in your projects. So let's get started. Now, one of the key aspects of any search solution is relevance. Well, let's face it, nobody likes scrolling through irrelevant results to find what they are looking for, right? The true power of AI search solutions lies in its ability to surface the most relevant results at the top, right? In Azure AI Search, we achieve this with a technique called as term boosting. Now, what is term boosting? Well, simply put, it's a technique that allows us to prioritize specific terms or fields in a search results by assigning them a higher weightage. Well, this ensures that the content most critical to our search context is ranked higher and is shown first, which significantly improves the user experience. Now, let's talk about benefits of term boosting in Azure AI Search solution. So the first one is enhancing the score relevance. Oh, sorry, enhancing the search relevance basically. So term boosting makes your search results smarter by giving higher priority to certain keywords or fields. The system ensures users quickly find what's most important, saving their time and their effort. The second benefit is supporting the business goals. So term boosting isn't just about improving the user experience, it's also a strategic tool. So for instance, you can elevate the visibility of specific products or content that aligns with your business objectives such as seasonal promotions, high margin items or critical announcements. So in summary, term boosting not only helps deliver a more relevant search experience, but also aligns search results with the organizational priorities. So in upcoming slides, we will explore this concept further with the real world example. So you can see how to apply this in your projects. So let's dive in. Now let's try to understand with example. Consider a scenario. Imagine you run a hotel booking business and have an app that users can book hotel with. Users can search and the most relevant hotels must be shown first. The user sample data contains 50 hotels with descriptions, room details and their locations. Now you have a use case where a customer is trying to find a luxury hotel and he starts by looking at the search results from this simple query, right? Uh, Now this query will search for the term luxury across all the fields for a document in the index. The query string also limits the returned fields from the document by adding the select option. And the last parameter on the query adds the index to count the total results. There is no lexical analysis needed in this case. So document retrieval basically returns 14 documents and first three are these documents. So the customers might be surprised that the top hotel you have that is supposed to be a luxury is in the budget category and doesn't even have any air conditioning, right? So if the customer enters multiple words in their search, your app assumes all terms should be in the result. So it adds a plus sign basically between the terms to the query. The query it sends to API is this one, right? So the search service now returns 5 documents, but the top results are still in budget category. So let's see how we can improve the relevancy in this case using the term boosting technique. Now, let's talk about how we can improve the relevancy further by enabling the Lucene query parser in Azure Cognitive Search. Um, well, this is a powerful feature that allows us to write precise and complex queries, giving us a greater control over the results. To enable the Lucene query parcel, all you need to do is add a query type equal to full to query string in your search explorer. Simple, right? But the impact it has is significant because it opens up a range of advanced search capabilities. Now, let me walk you through some of the key features it provides. Boolean operators. So you can use operators like and, or, and not to refine your results. For example, a query like luxury and air conditioner will return results that include both the words luxury and air conditioning. Fielded search. This lets you target specific fields in your data. Uh, for instance, you could use description is equal to luxury and tax equal to air conditioning to narrow down your results to items matching both the criteria in the respective fields. Fuzzy search. By adding a tilde sign, you can account for misspellings. For example, uh, description equal to luxury, and after that add a tilde sign, will return results with slightly different variations or typos like term proximity searches. This is a great for phrases. You can use something like indoor swimming pool and then a tilde sign with three to find documents where these words appear within 3 words of each other. You can also use regular expression searches, wildcard searches. So with for wildcard search, you can use asterisks or you can use question mark. So you can match multiple or single characters. For example, air conditioning with a asterisk sign will find both air con and air conditioning. Precedence grouping. You can group terms and apply logical precedence like the Bodmas rule. Um, Term boosting. So this feature lets you assign higher importance to certain terms. For example, description, luxury, and category luxury with a power of 3 basically boost the results where luxury appears in the category field over the description field. So by using this advanced query feature, we can make searches far more relevant and tailored to user needs. So in the next steps, I will show you some examples of this query in action to demonstrate how powerful the Lucene query parser is. So as you can see in this example, by using the term boosting technique, we have increased the relevancy of category field by 3 times, right? We have used this power sign and we have increased the relevancy of this category field. So the parcel would give a higher priority to hotels in the luxury category. You can also be more precise and look for air conditioning in the tax field, right? So now, if you see the top 3 hotels are now, yeah. So basically, the Sapphire Resort search score has increased, right? From 2.33 something to 5.35 something. And now the first hotel the consumer will see, and now it is the first hotel that consumer will see, and the Oceanside Resort is now at the third place. All right. So we have talked about term boosting and how it can dynamically increase the relevance of specific fields during a search query. But what if we want to make this adjustment permanent? Let's say, for example, you have a field in your data like product reviews, right? And that should always carry more weight in your search results. So for such cases, we use scoring profiles. Now, let's dive into how the search scores are actually calculated. Well, this is the final phase of processing any search query. And let's see how it works. So when a search engine processes a query, it evaluates each document that matches, and the score is determined by several factors such as how many times the search term appears in the document, the size of the document, and even the rarity of the search terms, because the less common terms might be more valuable. So, by default, search results are ranked by their scores and with the highest scores appearing first. But here is an interesting bit. If two documents have exact same search score, you can break the tie by adding a order by clause. Well, this allows you to define a secondary rule to decide the ranking. For example, order by ordering by price or by timestamp. So scoring profile really gives you the control to align your search engine with your business priorities, whether it's promoting premium products, highlighting trending content, or prioritizing specific user behaviors. It's all in your hands. Now let's talk about how we can improve the scores of more relevant document. So by now, we know that scoring relies on the frequency and rarity of the terms. But sometimes, even with that logic, the final calculated score may not always bring the most relevant documents on the top. So how can we fix this? That's where scoring profile came in. Let's look at an example. Now imagine we have a hotel index with a scoring profile. So in this profile, the description field is marked as 5 times more relevant as compared to the location or the rooms field. Like, and similarly, the category field is marked twice as relevant as the hotel name. But scoring profile doesn't stop here. They also support functions, and this is where it gets even more powerful. Functions like distance and freshness allows you to fine tune the scoring. For example, with freshness, you can define how long new documents should have a boosting advantage before their score levels out with the older documents. So with the real power of scoring profile, so what's the real power of scoring profile? Unlike boosting specific terms during individual search request, scoring profile let you apply field boosting automatically at the index level. It means you don't need to configure boosting every time. The most relevant fields are always prioritized for all the queries. Now let's go through the step to add a weighted scoring profile. You can add up to 100 scoring profiles to a search index. Today we are going to understand how to add it from Azure portal. So in this example, the boost category scoring profile has been added to the hotel's sample index. So the category has a weight of 5 and the profile has also been set up to the default profile. And you can then use this search query. Basically, the result now match the same query with the term boosted, right? Um, if you if you have a multiple scoring profile, you can also control which scoring profile is applied to the search query by appending the scoring profile with the name of the scoring profile to be used. All right. So let's quickly dive into scoring profile functions. So these functions really help you take your search relevance to the next level. Instead of just boosting a single term here and there, you can apply this function to adjust your scoring strategy based on various factors. So here is a quick rundown of the functions that we can use. So the first one is magnitude. Well, this function is all about numeric fields. So for instance, it allows you to boost scores based on the range of values in a numeric field. So you can prioritize things like ratings or prices. Second function is freshness. Now, who doesn't like fresh content? So this function adjusts scores based on how recent a document is using the date time offset field. So if you are looking for the most up-to-date info, this function is a game changer. Distance. Well, perfect for location-based searches. It lets you adjust the scores based on the distance between a reference point and a location field like geography point tags. This one boosts scores based on tags. So if your documents and queries are tagged with similar values, it helps you surface more relevant results. L- let's take an example. Say we have got a hotel index and we really want to emphasize ranked hotel. So we will apply the magnitude function to the rating field to make sure those top rated ones gets a nice scoring boost. And the best part, Azure Portals walks you through setting up this function step by step, so you don't have to worry about missing any details. How awesome is that? Well, by using these functions together, we can make our search results much more in tune with what users are actually looking for. Whether that's the freshest contents, the closest location, or the top rated products. Now, let's talk about the roles of analyzers and tokens in increasing the efficiency of the index. So, we know that Azure AI Search is configured by default to analyze text and identify tokens that will be useful in creating an index. Well, the right tokens always ensures that user can find the documents that they need quickly. Now, in most cases, the default configuration produces an optimal index. However, when you have unusual or unique fields, you might want to configure exactly how the document is analyzed. Now, when Azure AI Search indexes your content, it retrieves text. To build a useful index, that text needs to be processed. For example, the text should be broken into words, often by using white space or punctuation characters as delimiters. Removing stop words such as the, it, etc. Because users don't search for them. And words should be reduced in their root form. For example, past tense words such as ran should be replaced with present tense words such as run. Now, in AI search, this kind of processing is performed by analyzers. And if you don't specify an analyzer for a field, by default, the Lucene analyzer is used. The default Lucene is analyzer is a good choice for most of the fields because it can process many languages and return useful tokens for your index. But alternatively, you can also specify one of the analyzers that are built in into AI search, and those are of two types basically: language analyzers and specialized analyzers. So if you need advanced capability for specific languages such as lemmatization, word decompounding, or entity recognition, use a built-in language analyzers. Microsoft provide 50 analyzers for different languages. And, for specialized analyzers, these analyzers are basically languages agnostic and used for specialized fields such as zip codes or product IDs. You can, for example, use the pattern analyzers and specify regular expressions to match the token separators. Now, Azure's provide built-in analyzers that work great in most of the cases, but sometimes you may need something little more custom, right? And that where custom analyzers come into play. So a custom analyzer gives you the flexibility to tweak how a text is processed, uh, and so it matches mostly with your specific needs. So what exactly is a custom analyzer made of? Well, it's made up of three key components: character filters. So these get applied first and process the text before it even gets split into smaller tokens or smaller pieces. Tokenizers. Well, these are the ones that break the text down into individual pieces called as tokens and that are added to your index. Token filters. After the tokenizers works its magic, token filters help to further refine the tokens by removing unnecessary parts or modifying them. So let's break each one down a bit more. So, character filters. Sometimes you need to clean up the text, right? Before it is split into tokens. So, character filters helps with that. And there are three main ones you can use. HTML strip. So, basically, this one removes any HTML tags from your text. So, if you have got a web page full of HTML, this filters helps to clean it up. Mapping. If you need to replace a specific string with others, right? Like turning something called as TX into Texas, this filter got you covered. And pattern replace. Well, this one uses regular expressions to find and replace patterns in the text. For example, you could use it to find a consistent typo or standardize a format, basically. Tokenizers. So next up are the tokenizers, which break down your text into tokens. So usually into individual words. So there are actually 13 different tokenizers to choose from, and depending on your need. So for example, classic. So this is good one for European language. It splits text according to grammar. The next one is keywords. So this one treats the entire input as a single token, which is great for when you want to index things like URL or full postal address. Lowercase. Basically, it turns everything into lowercase after splitting the text, which helps into standardizing the input. White spaces. It divides the text wherever there is a white space, making it super simple. Now, when the tokenizer has done its job, we might want to refine those tokens even further. And that's where the token filters came in. You can apply filters to remove the extra word, adjust punctuation, or even trim tokens based on the length. There are over 40 filters to choose from, which include Arabic normalization. So this is the language specific filter that helps to normalize the Arabic text. apostrophe. So basically, it removes apostrophe from the tokens along with anything that comes after them. Length. You can use this to remove tokens that are too long or too short based on your preferences. Trim. This filter removes any unwanted space from the beginning and the end of the tokens. So, as you can see, custom analyzers gives you a lot of control over how the text is processed in your index, whether it's cleaning up the HTML, handling language specific rules, or just tweaking the way tokens are split and redefined. Custom analyzers help you make sure that search results are relevant and accurate as possible. All right. So now let's dive into how we can enhance an index to support multiple language. So you have got a couple of options here. You can either manually add the language support by providing translations for all the text field into the different languages you want to support, or you can use Azure AI search to handle translations for you through an enrichment pipeline. Now let's walk through actually add how actually to add fields for multiple language in an index. So the first step in adding multiple language to an index is to identify the fields that needs to be translated. So once you know which fields are needed to be translated, you will need to duplicate each of those fields in every language you want to support. So like in this example, right, you can see we have duplicated description field three times because we want to translate this description field into three languages. So for example, let's say you have a field called a description for your index in English. So to add French and German support, you would create new fields like description underscore fr for French and description underscore d for German. It's really just about adding new fields for each language you want to handle. This approach ensures that your index can handle queries in different languages and return the correct language specific content, making your search results much more relevant to a global audience. Now, if you don't have access to translations, you can enrich your index and add translated fields using Azure AI Search services. The steps are to add fields for each language and add a skill for each language and then map the translated text into the correct fields. For example, let's add Japanese and Ukrainian translation to an example retail properties index. So add the new fields. You can add you can add two new fields to the index with these properties. So the first to store the Japanese translation and second is Ukrainian. And add the translation skill set. You can add two skills into the skill set definition to translate the document or description field into two languages. Map the translated output into the index. So the last step is to update the indexer to map the translated text into the index. The document now have all the new translated description fields. Now let's talk about how you can enhance the search experience by ordering results based on their distance from a reference point. We have all been there, right? Searching for something close by, like nearest coffee shop or a gas station. In those cases, user wants to find items that are physically close to them. This is where geospatial functions came in handy. So, what exactly are geospatial functions? Simply put, geospatial functions allows you to work with geographical data in your search queries. They take location-based information into account, making your search results more relevant when dealing with the addresses, point of address, or any data tied to physical location. To help with this, Azure AI Search provides two main geospatial functions that you can use in your queries. So the first one is geo distance. So this function helps you create the distance in a straight line across the Earth's surface from a specific point to the location of the search result. So if you are looking for a coffee shop, it will return the closest one to you based on the distance. Geo intersects. So this function checks whether a search results location lies inside a specific geographic area or a polygon that you define. So if you are searching for stores within a particular city or park, this function can filter those results accordingly. So by using this geospatial functions, you can make your search experience much more relevant and location aware, which is specifically useful for location based queries. So on the screen, you can see references for today's lecture. Please feel free to visit these links for more details on the topic that we have discussed today. They will give you additional resources and insights that will help you deepen your understanding. I will also add these links in the description box for the easy access. And thank you for listening to the session. And I hope this session has been informative to you. If you need any further help or want to connect, please leave a message in the chat box and send a connection request on LinkedIn. And please subscribe to the channel to keep listening the content. Thank you.